How did I end up in Colombia this spring break? I wanted to see South America and make a movie, and of all the cheap flight destinations, this little town, Florencia, squeezed between the Amazon rainforest and the Andes Mountains, just felt right. So I told a fellow filmmaker to come with me, and we booked tickets. When she found out that this area used to be the stronghold of the Colombian guerrilla, she dropped out. So I was on my own, certainly a bit scared in this windowless hotel room, but I was also free now to keep doing exactly what felt right in every moment. And it had certainly felt right to go and say hello when I saw this beautiful woman at the airport on my way here.
You can see how much it rains. Look at. No.
We found out at the airport that we were not just on the same flight, but also in the same row. However, on seats A and C. It seemed as if someone had taken seat B out from in between, so that we could sit next to each other.
Oh my god. Change the camera.
I have high expectations when it comes to women, and I like to believe that this is the reason I'm always single. But this Adriana, I really liked the light in her eyes, and I didn't make that a secret.
I'm so happy.
I'm also happy. Very happy day today.
We're so happy.
March 20th, 2016. I think it's a special day for this guy's life and for this person's life.
I met him.
When I arrived in Florencia, I immediately was enchanted by this town. The sky and the earth seemed very close to each other here. Romance, family, religion and football seem to determine the speed of life. But I needed to find a story for this movie. I wanted to explore the landscape, the legends and the forgotten myth of this land. So I got a tourist guide to take me to some hidden caves outside of the city. There was no story here, just a bunch of bats and spiders. But, and this was what turned out to matter, I bonded with this man. Guillermo and I would both go to the end of every cave, even when we knew it was a dead end. And we shared the same deep appreciation for the beauty of nature.
Tócala, caliente. ¿Cuándo se inventarán una cámara que capte los olores, cierto? ¿O cuándo será que le conectan a uno una memoria aquí para uno tomar fotos con los ojos?
Es el futuro.
Ese día me la conecto.
By climbing and running through the jungle with this man, I had proven to him that I was passionate, determined and fearless. Ready to go great length for a magical experience. And then I had the idea. There was this river flowing through Florencia. And when I looked at it on the map, the first thing I did intuitively was to follow this line up, all the way to the point where it just somehow started. And that fascinated me.
¿De dónde viene todo este agua?
De la naturaleza.
¿Tú has visto un origen del río?
Sí.
¿Cómo origen el río? ¿Cómo?
Es uno grande. Abajo del fondo es muy grande, pero muy hondo. Es hondo, pero...
No, que no ha ido por allá.
Sí, yo he ido, que allá murió mi tío.
No, estoy mintiendo porque...
Ay, no, no era pobre, manita.
Niños. ¿Sabéis de dónde viene todo este agua del río?
Sí.
¿De dónde viene?
De los árboles. No, la agua viene de la lluvia. De la lluvia y arriba de Dios.
Sí, no solo porque eso ya viene de parte del Creador, porque Él es el único que nos da todas las cosas en abundancia y Él dice no les voy a dar agüita, pues vean, pues todo que es bíblico.
Entonces, usted dice que Dios crea el río ahí.
Sí, claro, Él es el dueño de todo. Sí.
Entonces, en este sitio voy a encontrar a Dios ahí.
So there were lots of opinions out there, but I, a city boy, just still couldn't imagine what exactly it would look like when a river starts. I had to go there. Of course, I was still thinking a lot about Adriana from the plane, and we were texting, so I told her about this idea. But I wanted to give my message a flirtatious undertone, so I came up with this random, cheesy afterthought. She found this idea romantic, but at this point she had no idea how romantic it really was. Probably she just had pity with me when she invited me to spend the next day with her family in the countryside. At first I wasn't inclined to go, but when she insisted and said that they were going to a river, I knew I had to follow that sign.
Nos vamos a mojar.
Pues pregúntale.
I had a beautiful day with this huge, incredibly fun and loving family. Of course, we couldn't talk much, so the camera became our way of communicating. When I think of someone in this way, I don't just think, oh, she's beautiful and I would get along great with her. I also think about the family culture, where and how someone was raised and educated, health, and genetics.
Ich weiß nicht genau, wie ich die Geschichte jetzt fortführen soll. Aber ich muss irgendwie schaffen, ihr das beizubringen.
Vielen Dank.
Dass ich nicht das da filmen möchte, sondern sie.
I was invited to stay for the night, and I got up extremely early the next morning, hoping to get a moment alone with Adriana. But that didn't happen. So I set out to explore the family farm and its surroundings, discovering great tranquility and elegance. I knew I had to get back on my mission of finding the birthplace of the river. And yes, that myth, it didn't exist. But I wanted to be the guy who invents it.
Él quiere ir hasta el nacimiento del río Hacha. Nacimiento. ¿Usted de casualidad, con todo lo que conoce y todo lo que ha hecho, ha ido a donde nace el río Hacha? Pues él tiene disponibilidad de 4 días, o sea, 4 días para hacer eso, ir hasta allá y volver. Mejor dicho, la misión de él es ir al nacimiento. Él va a ir solo o va a ir acompañado, como quiera, porque eso es una misión que él tiene. Sí, no es carretera, no pavimento, no pavimentada, sino carretera.
¿Se puede andar?
No, claro, pasa carro hasta un determinado sitio. Y ahí ya toca caminar, nadie conoce. Es zona guerrillera, bastante zona guerrillera, porque esa zona es monte. Nadie ha ido, o sea, el amigo que yo llamé no ha ido, no conoce. Y él no se comprometió, pues digamos, a ir, porque no. Dice que hay otra persona que sí conoce.
This one person was Emilio, a member of the Witoto tribe. This community comes together every night for many hours to prepare and ingest coca leaves while telling each other stories. It felt like the primal cinema.
Esta planta sagrada no habla el camino, camino limpio, que no vayamos a tropezar con un tronco, que en el camino no haya espina, no haya también regresemos bien, esa petición.
More people had gotten excited about this idea, so the next morning I found myself with a complete team, including one Hindu, a biologist, and another filmmaker.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna.
There was a sense that higher powers needed to be invoked for this mission to succeed. It turned out Emilio had never been to this place, but equipped with the wisdom of the holy plants and his machete, he would always lead our way. And as the river turned into a little creek, the obstacles became ever more daunting. But the jungle just seemed too surprised at our sudden intrusion to offer any serious resistance. And so after many hours, we arrived.
Puedes tú darme su amor, puedes tú darme tu amor. Hare Krishna,